So this is the first episode into the mini series of the pad course. So being back in England, it's felt like kind of stepping through a portal. Like when you go somewhere like Thailand, you see a different way of life, and then you come back to England, you get a massive change in perspective, and you can kind of see the misery on people's faces, and it's just seen as normal, and it's just like being an adult and growing up. But I never wanted to listen to that. And even in school, I just remember hearing like, you want to be these things. You want to like, you want to be a footballer. You want to be, you want to, I don't know, whatever it is. You have a dream. You want to be a dancer. You want to be a boxer. You want to be a sports player. You want to be an actor. You want to be these things. You see these movies when you're younger. You hear about the past, World War II, World War One, all these crazy things that happened, and like our generation, it's kind of it's the modern life, and it's trying to hold on to your edge for as long as you can, because that like conformity monster is always tapping on your shoulder, and you see it everywhere when you go to family events, when you go and see old friends, you just walk around the place and you just see people from that you used to know who are now not what they used to be. And I've always been so scared of that. And coming back from Thailand, it's given me a new perspective, and it's given me that passion back, because I could feel I was losing it, and I was getting frustrated with life and just wanted to change. So now I'm back, and the funny thing is, I went out there on a like a red moon when I got to Thailand. It was a red full moon, and when I came back, the day I got back in England, it was a full, just normal white moon. And I think that's quite symbolic, because it's been a massive transformation, and I've grown a lot as a person, genuinely, and I don't feel as angry and in my head as I did before. Like in the street, I feel much lighter. I like saying hello to people and just talking to people just to talk, because a lot of your mood can be fixed by just chatting to random people, um, just complimenting them. And I've noticed that. So yeah, I feel a lot lighter, a lot happier. But I mean, a lot of things have changed, and I've got a lot to do. I've got a new job role. I'm trying to move out, get my own kind of room, get my own space, and focus on moving my career forward as a personal trainer and developing this channel. But yeah, I mean, like the fight not happening, I feel like that was the best thing, because I went out to Thailand quite frustrated and pent up. I had this anger, and in the modern world, there's not really much place to put it, unless you join a boxing gym or a Muay Thai gym. It's literally the only way. It's literally like the movie Fight Club, because the modern world's so like it's so easy to lose your edge, and there's just everything's instant, and it's just not designed for how that aggression within you. It's not designed to put it anywhere positive, and aggression is looked at as bad, when it's just biological, it's innate, and it needs to be put somewhere useful. So I mean, combat sports are just the perfect thing for the modern man to do, to get that sense of that sense, that instinct back that's in everyone, but it just gets numbed out by modern society. Literally, it does. And yeah, you've got to basically hold on to that edge for dear life, because your life does depend on it. And it gets to a point, it could be 20, it could be 30, and you don't want to die at that age and then actually be in a grave when you're 70. You want to be living and growing. That's how I see it. And yeah, so I might have been going into the fight from a bad place, and I'm actually now in a much more positive place, and I still want to have the fight, but it's not from a place of like survival or just anger and frustration. It's from more of a healthy place. And now I've got a good qualification to advance my career with. Into the clip, so I'm going to show the first 2 sessions. It's a bit dodgy, it's a bit ropey, but it's a hard thing to grasp because it's quite complex. And I mean, the relationship I built with the coach was special because I've never had that experience of one-to-one with someone training me as an individual and getting that real care and proper teaching for that long of a period. I've never had that before. And I mean, at the start of the group training, you have different coaches because they have a pad segment in each session, and you kind of get a feel for which one you gravitate towards. And I've been through a few, and then came up with Gunn, and he was I could just tell he's friendly, and the way he taught was sincere, and it was my style. So then I just locked in with him on the PTs and went from there. And it was like 5 weeks of like 3 times a week doing one-to-one. So when it came to the pad course, it wasn't just a PT, it was now like more of a friend, and we built that bond. And we kind of I went through, you get all wrapped up in the self-improvement shite, and it's all this or optimize that, and it's not. It's all about just following your passion, and whatever that thing is that keeps that fire inside of you. You know, when you were like 14 and you were hungry for life, but you're in school and you're getting all this shite put into your brain, and it's, they're just trying to like slowly wear down your soul and what's the gifts that are inside you and what just lights you up naturally. I'm over all that self-improvement. I don't listen to those guys anymore. And ever since I picked up the Bible and read it page to page, I mean, that's the only kind of self-improvement you really need. And that's the best thing to draw back to, because everything else is kind of like an idol, and everyone's human. No one's perfect, and absorbing those people too much is never going to be good. Just do it, because the time's now. And yeah, so I'm back now, and it's going well. So I'm trying to now move out. The toe's healing, and I am going to start getting back into the training and go from there. Really, I don't really have an exact idea. It's kind of, yeah, I'm going to just keep going and keep bringing you along with me and see where we end up. And I just wanted to end it on a question. What's the thing right now that you feel like is making you softer? And what could you actually do about it going forward?